Previously on MasterChef Australia.
You're mine now.
The first mystery box of the year.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Evoked some creative concoctions.
Chicken feet ice cream.
They knocked the judges for 6.
It is so good.
Don't even worry about cooking sweets anymore.
Please open somewhere that makes these so I can visit you.
But it was Ranald, Ben, Laura, Sarah and Khan who excelled.
You 5 are cooking for immunity from Sunday night's elimination.
Tonight,
It's time to hit the accelerator.
the race for that one immunity spot is on.
That's how you hold a fish, Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Come on, Ben.
And later,
Just imagine the stuff you could do with that.
It's amazing.
our new judges share some of their secrets
There's all these little bits of smoke that perfume through the oki.
in a masterclass not to be missed.
Wow.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
I really hope that it's going to be like a fun day, not a scary day.
It has to be a fun day. We're not going home.
Yeah.
This is a reward, right?
It is.
Excited. Let's do this.
Get it, girl.
This season, immunity has been kind of turned on its head.
All right.
It's a completely different vibe to it. It's no longer just a pin that gets you out of trouble anytime. This is a one-time use only. You're safe only for that 1 week.
Good luck, guys. Well, good morning. That was some banging cooking yesterday. So that's why you guys are front and center today. You're about to battle out for immunity from Sunday's elimination.
I'm really excited at the prospect of winning immunity. That would just take such a load off. It's been a big week for me already.
Ben Ungerman, what a week you're having, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Hot, cold, up, down, yes, no. What's going to happen today, mate?
It's just, I feel like I've been in 2 pressure tests now and 2 immunity cooks. I don't even know where I am.
It's a good place to be,
Yeah.
mate. It's got to feel good to be here today.
Yeah.
Laura,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
I had a few nerves before, but, I mean, no one's going home, right?
Nobody's going home.
Good. I think the best thing about today is that one of us will be safe. But on the other hand, 4 of us will go into Sunday night's elimination, and I really don't want that to be me.
Sarah?
Pumped.
Yes! What about you, Khan?
I just want to know what's in these cloches.
I'm surprised you even know what Jock said, because you have not looked at any of 3 of us. You've just been trying to snoop around the whole time.
All right. Today's immunity challenge is going to take place over 2 rounds. Round 1 is a good old MasterChef classic. Taste test.
I love taste tests. I did really well at them in my season.
I've watched taste tests in my season and I saw people make horrific mistakes. I don't want to be that guy.
Okay, guys, here's how it's going to work. All 3 of us have chosen a dish that we just love to eat. It's a dish that, for one reason or another, it's kind of part of our food DNA. They've got 2 things in common. We love them, and they each contain exactly 24 ingredients.
24 ingredients, that is more than what's in my fridge at home.
24 ingredients is so many ingredients. This is gonna be harder than I thought.
So you guys each choose either Melissa's, Jock's, or mine, and you have to identify as many of those 24 ingredients as you can. But you won't know what's under these cloches until you line up in front of one of the dishes. Khan, it's gone from like this groovy excitement to I don't even know what that face is.
It's between Andy and Melissa for me. I know Andy loves Asian cuisine just as much as Melissa does, but he also loves Mexican, and I love Tex-Mex.
So all of you have a little bit of a think what might Jock put in his dish.
Classically French trained. It could be Italian. It could be Scottish.
Jock's dish could be haggis.
And what about Andy? Loves Mexican food, loves street food of all kinds.
Could also be something that I cooked for my smoko when I was an electrician. You never know.
Can of tuna and some rice, mate.
You never know.
The judges are definitely trying to throw us, I think. What are you trying to do to us right now? Because this is one big mind game.
And what about me? I'm a food and travel writer, so I travel the world looking for food inspiration to write about.
My heart's telling me to go with Melissa's dish. She chose a fantastic mystery box, so I think I might be set up well if I go with her dish.
Shuffle yourselves into position now, please.
Stay there. Yeah, I think Laura's in the right spot.
I've gone straight for Jock's cloche. He's got Italian background, but he's also Scottish, and I've got no idea about Scottish food.
No, I'm gonna.
I end up going with Andy because I know he'll do big, bold flavours.
Enough movements. Where you are, that's the close you're picking. Khan, Sarah, the dish I've chosen is one of my absolute favourite things. A pie.
I'm trying to figure out what's in a pie.
I'm not happy at all about this pie.
You're kidding.
Melissa's chosen a pie. I was so sure it was going to be some kind of Southeast Asian delight.
Laura, you're going to be tasting my pasta.
This could not be better for me. Pasta is my everyday. I make it every single day at work. So for me, this is the challenge to win.
Two boys are going to be tasting my curry.
I'm so happy with that.
I'm glad you're happy.
So happy with that.
You're happy.
You happy?
I'm already worried about it being a taste testing, and now there's a curry sitting in front of me. Curry's just, it's not my strength.
You will each taste the dish in front of you, and you'll have 5 minutes to write down your answers. Each dish contains exactly 24 ingredients, and you can only write down 24 guesses. There is some good news. You're all going to cook in round 2. But you won't all have the same amount of time. The one of you who gets the most ingredients correct will have the highest amount of time. 75 minutes you'll get. Next best gets 60 minutes, then 50 minutes, 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Remember what's at stake. Cook the best dish in round 2, and you win immunity from Sunday night's elimination. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, head to your benches.
I'm playing this strategically. Write down some of the basic ingredients that I definitely know are in this pie. I crack into the pie, and then suddenly the aroma just wafts up. And oh my gosh, curry pie! I am stoked. I hope it just tastes similar to mine, because then that means I can guess as many ingredients and hopefully get all 24.
What this pie says about Melissa is that she has a lot of her roots in Asian cuisine, but she's still very modern. And that she's kind of like me. I cook a lot of Vietnamese food, but I try to make it something a little bit more new, something that I grew up with, which is I grew up in Australia.
Guys, you got 4 minutes to go.
Go, Laura.
I reckon you might have got the hardest one.
Yeah, I think I actually have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much in this broth. Looking at this pasta, I know it's a traditional pasta fagioli, which is a bean and pasta dish. I think every single Italian has had this at their nonna's house, and it's probably one of the best pastas going around. There's probably about 12 ingredients that I'm 100% certain on being in here, but it's like 24 ingredients. How the hell am I gonna fill the rest of these ingredients up?
Everybody, you have 3 minutes left.
Yeah, come on. Go Red on.
Looking at the dish that Andy's made, I grabbed the protein and I taste it. Initially, I'm thinking it's chicken, but something doesn't feel right. So I try to get all the sauces out and break the protein up a little bit, and I realized it's fish.
I don't know what fish this is.
White fish is so hard to get flavors distinctively, but I'm kind of thinking it's kingfish.
Andy's curry is so punchy and such bold flavors in it. It's really hard to distinguish any particular ingredients in it.
I don't do curries.
Mate, just trust your palate.
There's definitely a very strong flavor of coconut through it. There's heat, there's spice.
A few more, Benny.
The protein, I can't work it out. I've sucked all the curry off it, I've chewed it, and it's absolutely stumped me, but I don't know, I think it's chicken.
1 minute to go.
Mind blanking.
So good.
He's gonna finish the whole thing.
Play good. Honestly.
30 seconds to go.
Come on, Benny.
Write some stuff down.
Time's running out, and I'm not feeling confident at all. It's so difficult.
10, 9.
Looking at my list, it's not full, and I don't know how much of it is right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Heads down.
This taste test was as hard as I thought it would be. So I'm not expecting a massively big score.
Before we tell you who scored what, let's show you what's in each of our dishes.
Laura, these are the ingredients that I used to make my pasta fagioli. Missed a few, didn't you?
Yeah. How embarrassing.
Sarah, Khan, these are the ingredients I used to make my Beef Rendang Pie.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
Aren't you happy you picked me now, Khan?
Ben and Reynolds. These are the ingredients that I use to make my blue eye curry.
It's not chicken. Great.
I wrote chicken. It's bloody fish. This challenge has been an absolute disaster.
So, 24 ingredients in each pantry. How many Did each of you correctly identify? I can see the brains turning over. The sums are trying to get done.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Can't. You correctly identified 16 ingredients. Sarah, you correctly identified 15 ingredients. Okay, Laura, 14 out of a possible 24 ingredients. Well done. Reynolds, how many do you think you got?
Probably 10.
14. And Ben, what about you?
Oh, if I made 10, I'd be happy.
You ain't gonna be happy. You only got 8.
Wow, that's all right. That's okay.
It's all right.
Oh my God.
That means, Khan, you're in pole position, mate. 75 minutes you get in round 2. Sarah, second place, you get 60 minutes. Laura and Reynolds, you both get 50.
Oh.
And Ben, 40 minutes.
40 minutes is not a lot of time to cook, but if I play my cards right and work really quickly, I can come up with something pretty tasty.
Here's the good news. You can cook anything you like, sweet or savory. Here's the but. You can only cook with the 24 ingredients in the dish you tasted.
24 ingredients sounds like a lot, but when you look at Melissa's pantry, 15 of them are used to make flavour. And all I see is there's only beef as the protein.
Remember what's at stake. The best dish in this round gets immunity from Sunday's elimination. Can't. Your 75 minutes starts now.
He's not having a brain fart, is he?
Talk to me. What are you thinking?
I literally don't know. I've drawn a blank. There's a lot of aromats there, there's a lot of flavour, but there's not a lot of vegetables. I've never had a candle nut before, so I'm going to see what they are like.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to get into your creative process. Maybe you don't want to talk to me, talk to yourself. What does it say? You are loved. There you go.
What are you making, Khan?
Don't know, just grabbing random aromats.
Very good, Khan. Good selecting.
Are you going to use the beef?
Yeah, let's play with that. Sure. This bowl doesn't fit my beef.
Go, Khan.
I'm a bit overwhelmed. 75 minutes is a long time to cook, and everyone's kind of just staring at me. That's kind of a lot of pressure right now.
How I usually have oyster blade is that I slow cook it. I cook it for a very long amount of time. And to do that, I'm gonna need a pressure cooker.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll probably finish it off on the hibachi. But what else? Don't know.
Hey, Sarah. 10 minutes until you're on. Are you using this time wisely?
Got some ideas going.
Very good.
I think we're going to have a beef off.
Oh! I don't like the off.
Hey, how often do you make that rendang pie?
I have eaten rendang pie all throughout my life, and then over the last couple of years, because I miss my mum a lot, I just had to practice.
Was it always in a pie, or is that something that now you've convenienced?
I wrote it as a recipe for a story I was doing, talking about Australian classics and then how to kind of inject your own personality into them. And I thought, well, rendang is one of the best, stews on earth, really. It has so much flavour, and who doesn't love a pie? So that's what's beautiful about being Australian, right?
We will be at your game next.
You are welcome anytime.
Ooh, almost 5 minutes to go.
Psych yourself up, girl.
Come on.
Get it.
I need to get started on my oyster blade straight away, so that goes into the pressure cooker. I'm hoping to get all of the sinew and the fat to kind of melt into the beef and get it very tender.
I'm interested, at what point does that break down into something edible?
Yeah.
Is it 30 minutes? Is it 40 minutes? Is it full heat? Is it half heat? Is it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got my beef in the pressure cooker. It's gonna sit aside for 30 minutes doing its thing. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm gonna do at this point.
Sarah, 10 seconds. You have your game face on. This is good. You are itching to go.
I'm ready.
Go! Bird's eye chilies.
I've got 60 minutes and I am so excited to cook with Melissa's selection of ingredients. That just opens up a world of possibilities. Out of the 3 judges, I'm stoked. I picked the right one. I'm really happy with the 60 minutes I've got. I think it's given me some time to think and it's got some time to prep all this stuff, so I'm really happy. I desperately want to be safe from Sunday's elimination, so really got to move. Today I'm cooking lemongrass and coriander beef with spicy coconut sambal. The first thing I start on is the paste for the sambal. I'm up against 4 other amazing cooks, so I'm going to have to pull together something really delicious.
Yes! Come on, Sarah!
What'd you do, mate?
I'd hear the beef. What are we doing?
Can I pay while you're discussing your menus there?
Then I would.
Thank you.
Then I would make a hectic glaze with the sweet soy.
I would make white pepper beef.
White pepper beef could be banging.
I've got a story about pepper for me. So
Love a pepper story.
So I grew up in a household of Scottish, and Scottish just salt and pepper everything before you even taste it. French classically trained. Black pepper, not allowed in the kitchen. There's no black pepper in French kitchens. It's all white pepper, so you can't see the black specks.
Yeah.
Our Italian family side, as I was growing up, it's only black pepper, there's no white pepper.
Yeah.
There was a point in my career where I had a real, actual midlife crisis about pepper. And you know what got me over the line with black pepper and I started using more of it was burrata. Open up burrata, squeeze a lemon, salt,
Olive
black
oil.
pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and that was where I came to open up my arms to black pepper again.
So the Italian part of you won.
It didn't win, it made room. It made room, I made room for it. That was it. Good pantry, by the way.
Thank you.
I want to know, were you actually trying to trick him?
No.
Are you sure?
Variety is the spice of life,
Yes,
my
it is.
friends.
The white pepper of
It's the
life.
white pepper of life.
I'm not happy with the ingredients that I have. I thought I would be because it's all ingredients I work with, but there's no veg. Like, why is there no veg?
There is no sugar.
There's a lot lacking in Melissa's pantry. It's all aromats, and I don't really know what I'm gonna make.
Lauren Reynolds, you're on in 3 minutes.
Not guys.
Come on, mate.
I've probably wasted a good 20 minutes of my time thinking about what I'm gonna make.
Whoa.
I'm having one of those moments.
Whoa.
And there's a lot riding on this. Like, I want to be the top dish. I want to be safe in Sunday's elimination.
Pancetta?
Sì, grazie. Big chunk of pork fat just for lunch. Why not? Grazie mille.
Let's go, Con.
Texture.
Probably wasted a good 20 minutes of my time.
Run, Con.
But I kind of know what I'm about to do now. I think I'm gonna make a curry paste into a puree to serve with my beef.
You can do this. You know flavour.
Yeah, I just need to calm down and then,
Yeah.
like, figure myself out.
And you know flavour instinctively. And you also, I think, chose a pretty good pantry.
You're really calming me down today.
Good. Well, you know, I'm not all about unsettling. Just sometimes when you least expect it.
Good job, Sarah.
Khan and I have the same pantry today. We're using ingredients from Melissa's Beef Rendang Pie. I'm hoping my flavours are going to be a little bit more bold, a little bit stronger, and a little bit tastier.
What are you making?
So I'm going to crust this oyster blade in some toasted coriander seed and lemongrass.
Okay.
And I'm going to grill that over the hibachi. And then in here I've got the starts of the sambal. So it's
Very
going to be a little bit
nice.
spicy.
Okay, and do you
Yeah.
cook with beef oyster blade?
I have. So beef oyster blade, you either cook really, really fast or you cook it low and slow.
Okay, so you're going for hot and
Yeah,
fast.
hot and fast. So it's actually going to be quite a small piece. I want this to look quite elegant.
Okay, so we're going refined Southeast Asian. I like it.
Thanks, Mel.
Laura and Reynolds, you both get 50 minutes. 30 seconds now.
Here we go.
Do you know what you're doing?
Oh my God, I could actually try something new.
Do it.
I'm utilizing this time to kind of think the whole process. What am I going to get from Andy's pantry, and what dish will impress the judges enough to get that immunity?
How calm is Reynolds? Look at him.
Yeah, I feel pretty good now.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I got one question for you. Sweet or savoury?
Savoury, of course.
Savoury.
Yeah. Today I'll be cooking a red curry with confit blue eye and red onions.
You've cooked this before?
No.
Oh, gosh, yes.
That's how you hold a fish, Reynolds. Come on, Ren.
I've definitely got some stiff competition. It is pretty surreal to see that everyone is here back to win, but it's also exciting to be competing at such a high level.
Do I have to take the whole slab?
You can take whatever you like.
Why wouldn't you?
Some, part, whole.
Don't judge me just hacking this.
That was a nice piece of pancetta until you touched it.
Oh, Jock. Way to put me off here.
I'll bring this down to your bed, Jay.
Thanks, Andy. Bloody legend.
I'm really happy with Jock's pantry choice.
So nice, Andy.
They're ingredients that I would use all the time, at home or at work. Thanks, Andy. Perfect. Just to snack on, you know?
How good's that?
I'm fighting for immunity today, and I really have to push myself. I want to make a green Garganelli pasta and then use the Cavallonero as well.
Get into it, Laura.
Garganelli basically looks like a really big penne, which is like one of the most popular pasta shapes in the world. So far, so good. I've just got to get the parsley soft so that I can blitz it into a puree and then fold it into the dough.
So is this something that's on your menu?
Yeah, a version of this is on our menu. It's actually one of my favourites.
So we have a dish that you cook professionally, you make all the time, and it's one of your favourites.
Yeah.
Should be bloody good then, shouldn't it?
Hopefully, no bloody pressure, hey?
No pressure.
Jesus.
What are you making, Reynolds?
Curry paste right now.
Yes, Reynolds. That colour is so amazing, Sarah.
Ben,
Yes.
waiting,
Yeah.
waiting.
It's so hard waiting for time to pass.
This must be agonising.
I've got the least amount of cooking time today, only 40 minutes, and then Khan has 75, almost double what I have. Everyone here is just an amazing cook, and they've got a really good head start. So I'm gonna have to come up with a game plan.
It's like a caged bull.
So ready to go.
5 seconds, mate. Harness the energy. Get in there, mate.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I would not want to be in front of that guy running at full steam like that.
Get ready.
There he goes. He is motoring.
This looks like a man with a plan.
And so what are you going to cook?
I'm going to do an Indonesian sambal uluk with steamed blue eye and a really nice coconut fish sauce and some blistered tomatoes.
Hey.
In Andy's pantry, there's a lot of ingredients I'm very familiar with.
So you're going to need this?
My dad is actually Dutch Indonesian, so as a young teenager, I used to spend a lot of time with my Auntie Frida, and she taught me all these beautiful Indonesian dishes, very homely stuff, but very tasty. So I don't want to do too much to the fish today. I want it to be the carrier of the flavors.
Ben, slow and steady, mate.
When I tasted Andy's curry, I thought it was chicken. It's a beautiful big white fish, but I can see it's relatively lean, so I think steam is going to be the best option here.
You're all having a great time, which is great to see, but don't forget what's at stake here. Immunity from Sunday night's elimination. Only 35 minutes to go.
Come on, guys.
Laura is doing a favourite dish, a dish that's on her restaurant, a dish that she loves.
She would have been thanking her lucky stars that she chose you.
It could have been anything. It could have been haggis. And she would have had lamb innards to deal with. I had a little taste of Sarah's spice mix in the pan. The complexity in that is unbelievable.
Yeah. And what she's doing is trimming all of the sinew away from the oyster blade. She's just putting it on the hibachi. So, you know, fast and hot, that's her strategy. Khan is also using the hibachi, but he is pressure cooking his beef first to really tenderize and soften it up. And he's also using part of the beef to create a bit more depth of flavour in the sauce.
And he's had 75 minutes, so there's no reason why you can't get super depth on that.
Sometimes having too much time is not good, you know? You overthink it, you tend to do too much.
Yeah. Reynolds, technically savvy. His fish preparation was perfect.
Yeah.
He's going to do a confit piece of blue eye, which I think is really smart, with a heap of Southeast Asian flavours.
Yeah.
And then Ben up the back. I actually thought he would have gone to the sweet side, but he's gone, nah, I'm going my Indonesian heritage, and I'm going to bang something tasty out in 40 minutes.
It's exciting. It's anyone's game.
Yeah.
Epic taste.
Come on, guys.
The 5 of you have 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes! 20 minutes to go!
I've got my confit blue eye in the oil. The curry is tasting quite good, but it's not there yet, and balance of flavors is paramount.
That smells so good, Reynolds.
I don't want it to be too sweet, because later on I'm gonna have red onions, and that's quite sweet as well.
Yoink. Wait, there's
Good job, lads. Right bench, yep.
Is that a savvy bee?
Dallas, it says the Cardi B. It's time to get onto my braised green sauce for the pasta. So I need to dice some onions, garlic, pancetta, and start to fry them off and really caramelise them and get the flavour going. Then I'm going to add in some dried chilli because I want it to be quite spicy. And then it's time to add the kale in. This sauce is all about balance. There's obviously some very simple ingredients in here, so I've got to make sure that everything is perfect there.
Nice work, Loz.
I'm feeling really confident. I mean, I run a pasta bar back in Adelaide, so if I'm not confident about making pasta, then today is not going to be my day.
Your dough looks beautiful, Laura.
Thanks.
It's not easy being green.
This pasta is all about taking time and precision. There's no shortcuts with this. It's an old school pasta.
Oh, look at that pasta, Laura.
Not yet, Rose, not yet. Still needs so much love.
You got 17 minutes.
Yeah,
You think you're gonna get it done?
just got to do one serve, yeah?
No pressure?
What are you glazing it with?
Just ketchup mayonnaise.
At the beginning of the cook, I wasn't sure what I was making, but I kind of know what I'm doing.
I want to show the judges refinement today. I want to give them things that are delicious, but just more refined. So today I'm making a coconut beef curry, but it's not going to be plated as a coconut beef curry. We're going to do a really beautiful piece of oyster blade cooked in the pressure cooker and finished on the hibachi with a nice mellow coconut curry puree.
Is this the sauce?
Yeah.
I understand it all, Khan, and I'm not going to throw a spanner in the works. But yesterday you gave us just a bowl of goodness, you know?
Words I don't associate with you and food is the word mellow.
In other words, go again.
Words I don't associate with you and food is the word mellow. Think about what you do and how you do it.
Mel's questioning why I want to mellow out the sauce. I want to show the judges that I can pack flavour into elements, but still keep it really refined. I just hope I've gone in the right direction with today's cook.
My sauce is coming along really well, and I've just finished laminating my green pasta dough, so it's now time to start making my pasta shapes.
Go, Laura.
To make the garganelli, I need to start trimming the pasta and creating perfect squares.
There you go, Loz. Looks great.
And then I need to use this special wooden tool that's called a rigamonti. And it's a little block of wood that's got lots of little ridges in it.
Nice, Laura.
I'm definitely taking a risk today. This is such a simple dish. So it's absolutely crucial I nailed my pasta.
Get it, Loz.
Is she doing it right? Is that as good as you can do it?
Might even be better, mate. Looks good.
So much pressure. Immunity is such a big thing in this competition where we're surrounded by amazing cooks. So I've got to make sure that everything is perfect today.
Beautiful, Laura.
I can't wait for this tasting to start. It's going to be incredible.
Have you had Garganelli before?
No, I've never had Garganelli before.
Remember what you're up for. Immunity from Sunday night's elimination. It's time to hit the accelerator. 10 minutes to go. Keep it up, guys.
Time's running out and there is still so much to do.
I've portioned my fish. I'll get ready to steam them soon. I cut them into smaller pieces so they'll cook a bit quicker. I've got my sauce going and I'm just working on my sambal at the moment.
This sambal was one of the first things that my auntie taught me to cook. When I was living in Indonesia, I could literally just live off sambal and rice. I absolutely love it.
Layers, Ben, layers. Yeah? Yeah?
With a short amount of time, I have to make sure that my dish stands out, so it's all about just packing it as much flavour as I possibly can. It's a big ask, so I hope I can pull it off.
It looks really good, Sarah.
Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. It's already got the hallmarks of excellence. As long as it is not overcooked.
Watch that flame, Sarah.
So Khan doing it this way, as soon as he takes it out of the pressure cooker, all the moisture is going to just steam out of it and it's going to dry out really quickly. And then if he puts it on a hibachi, there's not a lot of sinew in there, there's not a lot of fat in there to save it. So it could just go really dry really quick.
I don't think he should hibachi it.
The point of finishing it off on the hibachi is so that you get that really beautiful crust, so it kind of adds a caramelization to it and a slight smokiness to the beef.
How you going, Khan?
I think I'm doing okay.
My fellow curry sauce is done and it's ready to go. My beef is cooked perfectly.
Looks like we're getting 5 epic dishes. You guys have 5 minutes to go.
Finish everything up.
How's it tasting, Sarah? Come on, finish it off now.
I'm just trying to plate up and trying to make this dish beautiful. Putting on the flakes of fish that's been perfectly cooked on the plate. And then on top, I start putting on the sweet soy caramelized red onion petals. Onion petals are really sweet. And in the back of my mind, I'm kind of thinking this might end up being a little bit too sweet. I'm really hoping the curry can compensate that or the fish as well.
You have 1 minute to go! 1 minute!
Laura! Oh, the
It's flavour.
You can make us that for dinner.
Go, Sarah.
I'm really happy with this sauce. The flavors are complex and just jam-packed. As I plate up the beef, I see this collection of resting juices and fat in the bottom of the bowl, and that's the best bit. So I quickly spoon that over the beef, and it just lacquers over the beef, and it just looks amazing. It smells amazing. I really think I'm in with a chance with this dish.
Okay, guys, sing it with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
All of the above. I'm looking around, looking at all these dishes, and they all look amazing. You know, and then I look at my dish, I'm like, is this enough? You know, is it good enough? Is it tasty enough? Fingers crossed the judges love it, because I would love that immunity spot.
massive smiles from us because I reckon we're about to get a pretty good tasting, eh?
How good was
Very
that?
strong
That was
across
awesome.
the board, right?
And to watch them cook with ingredients from our dish, I love that.
There's a lot on the line because only one of them will be safe and the other 4 will be up for elimination on Sunday.
Shall we see what they've done?
Yep, let's get them in.
Good luck, Ben.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Today I had the least amount of time. I'm really happy with what I've done with 40 minutes, but I'm also a little worried. Hey, guys. I just hope the flavors are there. I'm really happy with what I've done with 40 minutes, but I'm also a little worried. Yes. I just hope the flavors are there.
What's the dish?
Steamed blue eye with sambal ulik and coconut and fish reduction and some blistered tomatoes.
Haven't seen a heap of Indonesian food from you.
I lived in Indonesia for at least a year. It's actually my auntie sambal recipe.
Oh, I love that.
I was focused, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, I knew the steps I'd have to take to get there. Who knows, if I had a little bit more time, maybe the sauce would be even more intense, I'm not sure.
We might have a taste.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ben.
Enjoy the tea.
I think it looks pretty good, don't you? But I'll tell you what, the waft of flavour coming off there.
Oh.
It's lime and taste.
Love, love, love a sambal ulik.
Spot on in the fish.
Yeah, it is perfect. Just flaked apart. You can still see it glistening.
Ugh. Hot sambal, perfectly cooked fish, and blistered tomatoes and an aromatic sauce. Delightful.
Every flavour deserves to be there. Every single one of those things works beautifully with everything else.
Like, huge props to him.
Oh.
What the impressive thing is, 40 minutes. It's incredible.
2 things there. 1, he should cook more of his Indonesian heritage. 2nd, he should do nothing for the first little bit of the challenge until he gets to around 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Then he should go.
Yeah.
No 2 ways about it. He's done your pantry proud, mate. That's a cracker.
Smiling.
Hello.
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 Laura,
Yes.
name your dish.
So green garganelli with braised greens and pancetta.
I've got to say, watching you roll the Garganelli on the paddle was just beautiful to watch.
I think just watching your cook from start to finish, yeah, it was just a really smart cook, and you've done that before and you're continuing to do that, so it's really nice to watch you in the kitchen.
Thank you very much.
Get out of here, we're going to talk about
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good things, I hope.
Beautiful looking pasta dish, isn't it?
It is a beautiful smelling pasta dish. It's just a waft of umami coming off that.
Yeah.
Textbook Garganelli, cooked perfectly al dente. Just a note for me on the skill in the sauce. There is the right amount of liquid to fat there to create the perfect sauce, which just sucks into the pasta.
The lovely thing for me is just that little bit of chili in the background.
Yes.
It just makes you want to go back in and dive back in. It's a really well-rounded plate of food.
My married family is Italian, and whenever I'm watching my mother-in-law or my husband Joe, you know, coating the pasta right at the end, I mean, there's just such skill in that emulsification of the sauce. And this is undeniable skill here. As rustic and as gorgeous as it looks in that simplicity, it's the height of what it should be and what it could be.
Here he is.
Walk into the tasting room. I'm really happy with that curry sauce and the way the fish is cooked. Hopefully, I've done enough to get that immunity.
Ranald, what's the dish, mate?
It is a confit blue eye with charred onions that's been marinated with some ketchup mayonnaise, garnished with some kaffir lime leaf and red curry.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ronald. It looks intense.
It does, doesn't it?
It's almost fluorescent, that slick of oil over the red curry sauce.
Gee, that looks good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfectly cooked fish again. Depth of flavour in the sauce. If anything, I would say the sauce itself, in combination with the onions, was a bit sweet.
Yeah.
Good, smells good.
Thanks. Andy and Melissa were questioning my curry sauce. Hopefully the flavour's all there and the judges like it.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I'm just a little bit worried about how that beef is cooked. I don't know, but I'm nervous.
Tell us your dish.
I actually don't know what this is called, but I'm going to call it beef coconut curry. I really didn't have an idea of what I was going to make until probably about 15, 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got an idea, and then it just evolved as I kind of cooked.
You chose my pantry.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy that I chose your pantry. Hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We're
Right.
going to taste this.
Thank you. I broke down, I cried. No, I didn't.
Okay, well, I made a pie, and Khan made something just a tiny bit more elegant.
Does
What
look
do you
good, doesn't it?
It looks great.
I like what he's done on top with a little bit of crispy shallots and the coconut curry elements.
Thank you. Look, I love the idea, but it's kind of in between the oyster blade. It's not quite cooked enough for me. That sinew is still quite chewy in the middle. When the cooking's been so amazing like it has to be today, you know, these things do matter. And I hate to say I'm not a lover of the curry sauce. It just has kind of mellowed it all out.
I agree, the oyster blade is not the most fun thing to eat.
You know, it's not his best dish. I like the way he was thinking about it eventually when he got there. Just a couple of mistakes along the way there.
Good luck, Sarah.
Thanks, guys. Khan and I have the same pantry, and he's a great cook. And that's pretty stiff competition. Hi, guys. I'm looking at the food, and the oyster blade needs to be cooked perfectly. It has to be tender and not overdone. Enjoy.
Okay, Sarah, what's the name of your dish?
So this is lemongrass and coriander beef with a spicy coconut sambal and just cold roasted tomatoes.
You went hard and fast and hot with your oyster blade.
Yes.
Are you happy with the results?
I am happy with the results. I did a few tester pieces, and the one that was cut to the same size was cooked to how I wanted it. It's a medium rare medium, so I really enjoyed that, yeah.
Talk to me about this. Is this something you've made before, you've done many times, or it just kind of happens spur of the moment?
That kind of happens spur of the moment, but there are some elements in there that I've worked with before.
We'll taste it. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Please,
Thank you, guys.
let's
Enjoy.
do it.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thoughts on the look?
You know, it's bright, you know, dark and intense flavour, and then freshness. You know, I'm kind of looking at it thinking that's deceptively delicious. Just the smell, I've got this next to my face. So,
Look, let's do it.
Oh, look
Okay.
at that thing.
somebody's nailed it.
What she wanted.
How much better
Look at
does
it.
that look now?
So
It's like
juicy.
dripping with moisture.
Such an underrated cut when it's treated well.
The juice from a perfectly cooked piece of oyster blade like that is amazing on its own, let alone when you put that crust of white pepper and the lemongrass right
And the coriander as well.
Very, very delicious.
Isn't easy to cook that oyster blade perfectly either.
Yeah.
And then, you know, intense punchy sauce.
The technique in the sauce, it's smooth, it shows sophistication. I'm really impressed with her little tips and tricks and techniques that she's added into everything because it was just, I mean, that was flawless.
You know what is really gifted cooking?
Yeah.
Is those tomatoes on the side.
That is phenomenal.
Sharp, bright,
Each component
acidic.
just made the dish perfect.
Yeah.
No wonder she was smiling so much. I would have been smiling that much if I made that.
But hey, we are smiling that much right now,
amazing.
having eaten that delicious dish of food. That
Amazing
was incredible.
That's a clear winner for me.
I'm all in. I agree.
1000% clear winner.
Let's go tell them.
Let's go tell them.
Man, more days like this, please. That was clever cooking, it was focused cooking, and most of all, delicious cooking. Amazing, 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 amazing. But one dish was perfection. And that dish was cooked by Sarah.
Holy shit, I thought it was you.
That sauce, man, like we knew it was gonna be good, but it was out of this world. And it just went perfectly with that little crust on that beef. Like, well done.
Congratulations, Sarah. You are now safe from this Sunday's elimination.
Thank you.
How's that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. I really didn't think it was me. I really thought it was you.
But listen, two honourable mentions from us, and that's Laura. That pasta dish was almost flawless.
Thank you.
But today you came up against perfection. Any other day of the week, that would have won.
Thank you.
The other one, Ben, you should start all your cooks at the 40-minute mark, mate. Oh, my goodness. Such a great dish. Everything about it we loved. And again, you came up against perfection today, so you missed out. But well done, you two, particularly.
What a truly great day. And it's about to get even better. Because right now, it's time for our very first masterclass.
exciting. Maybe they're going to show us what they would do with the mystery box.
Yeah.
How are we? What a week it's been. The good news is, right now, you're all still here. So, welcome to the very first Masterclass. I'm going to show you what I would have cooked out of Melissa's mystery box. So these are all the ingredients. All right, so King George whiting, chicken feet, galangal, cherries, 5-spice, black vinegar, manuka honey, spring onions, coriander, and taro. Look, for me, half of this stuff is not something that I would cook with. And so I thought it might be fun if I have a crack at it, because you're having a crack at it. And I thought, well, it's only fair that you make me suffer a little bit too. So, because I'm an idiot, I decided that I would challenge myself even more by using every single thing in here.
Oh. Even the honey, Jock.
Even the honey, which I hate. It's the flavour. It's just overpowering. I'm using it today as if I would be using a clove. Otherwise, it's just too much. You know?
We know.
Anyway, I'm going to make hibachi King George whiting with taro shallot cake and a black vinegar sauce. All right, let's get started. So this is going to be for the black vinegar sauce. These guys are full of collagen, and all I want to do here is basically just bleed all of the collagen out of the feet, right? All I'm looking for here is like a fragrant broth. You know, like a master stock? Almost curry, fragrant flavors. And then the chicken feet gives the body enough for me to emulsify it, right? Cinnamon, about a quarter of a stick. We've got cherries, manuka honey, galangal, and we've got 5-spice spices. So I'm just gonna add coriander root and spring onions. Now, the black vinegar. So this stuff is brilliant. It screams Asian food. About 100 mils, I reckon. Water, just covering the chicken feet, okay? So the less liquid I've got in here at the beginning when I'm under pressure, time-wise, the better. So now we're gonna do the fish. Everyone fillets fish differently. I go down, I arch the fish like that. It just presents the bone a little bit cleaner. And then, especially with a fish like this, you can just go straight up, right? And you end up with a super clean, nice fillet. Then there's a huge debate with chefs around whether or not to pin bone fish versus V-cut, right? I would V-cut a fish all day long. When you pin bone, I think 9 times out of 10, you leave one of the bones in there. And if you can see that, it doesn't make any difference. Keep your tweezers in the toolbox. All right. I don't want the tail hanging down in hibachi, otherwise it's going to burn, right? Which means I need to put the skewer in once, twice, and 3 times. So what that does is give that beautiful movement. It's going to give us areas of extra torch. So now, the taro. I think it's interesting because it's full of starch. It is a bit like a sponge because it absorbs everything around it. We're going to use a lathe, position it in the middle, and push it in. So it's like that, right? And we're going to make an interesting shape. Like, just imagine the stuff you could do with that.
That's so beautiful. Amazing.
Like, it's cool. It's just a cool thing, right? So, what I am going to do with taro is make shallot cakes. Oh, shallot cakes are Chinese, right? They're the ones with the pastry. There's no pastry in this shallot cake. We need to get the taro a little bit kind of flexible. So the only way to do that is to get some heat into it. Butter's melted. I need 2 volunteers. Ben and Callum, up you come. Step right up. So both of you, season your trays, right? And then you're gonna lay them in and then flip them over so they're completely covered in butter. And then we're gonna pop them in the oven only for a couple of minutes.
All right, beautiful. Into the oven?
This oven here, 220. And we're only gonna give it sort of 2 minutes, basically until there's a bit of flex. It's such a bland flavour is taro. Yeah. And so I want the shallots in there, bleeding the flavour into the taro, right? All right, they can come out now.
Got a bit of heat in there.
And so now we're gonna add the shallots and then we're gonna roll it up liberally. You want plenty of them. So if you can see that, it's full of shallots.
Yeah.
And then we're only gonna fill the cutter, right? So stack them neatly. We want to pack them in there quite tightly. So with something like this, it can be really beautiful if you take the time, or it can be a mess if you don't just take a little bit of care and attention, right? Well done, boys. You can sit back down.
Thank you.
From Melissa's mystery box, I'm going to make a hibachied King George whiting with a shallot and taro cake and a black vinegar sauce. With this shallot cake, what I'm actually going to do is cook it in butter. A little bit of flour, and then we're going to put it in there. I want a little bit of crust on one side of this. I'm classically French trained, right? And foaming butter is just a part of everyday French cooking. Or using it as a way to cook something quicker than you normally would. So every now and again, just lift it up, let the butter go underneath, so as we keep getting that nice brown crust that we're looking for. Should be about ready.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Perfect. Nice.
We know our fish is going to take us on a hibachi maybe 2 minutes, tops. And then all we've got to do is emulsify this sauce, which we're now going to do. All right. That smells killer. So star anise, probably the first things that are hitting me, and actually some of the shallots, believe it or not. And chicken. The real strong smell of chicken. It's like a fragrant Southeast Asian black vinegar broth. Straight into our reduction. Super reduced. It's intensifying the flavour before we emulsify it, right? I'm going to give you a little tip for hibachi cooking, because I love a good hack. And this is a belter. Anyone know what this is? It's a paint gun. When you put them in hibachi, what it does is get the hibachi 150 degrees hotter. Whoa. Yeah? For me, King George whiting is awesome, but it's only awesome when it's cooked beautifully. So, who wants to cook fish in a hibachi? Tracy and Rose, let's go.
That's us, mate.
What do we know about fish cooking?
It goes quickly. Yep.
Yeah, we know that it's whiting, so it's going to cook real quick.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do before we do anything? Season the fish, right? A little bit of oil on both sides, not much. Tracy, do you want to just rub the oil all the way in and then season it with salt and pepper? So just make sure that the oil covers all of the skin.
Hey, Jock, for fish, when you're seasoning it, would you use white pepper or black pepper?
It depends what you're cooking. This is great for white pepper because it's a fine, nice, fine fish, you know? I've got a pepper thing because half Italian. I grew up around black pepper, and then because classically French trained, I had that beaten out of me for my apprenticeship. And they only use white pepper in French kitchens. I didn't really accept black pepper back into my life until years later.
Whoa. Whoa.
We don't need this.
You picked the wrong person to give this thing to. I got this.
There's nothing to be nervous about, trust me. So our sauce now is down to probably 2 cups. Yeah? So we're going to put that in.
Oh!
Rose, you're putting in. She's good.
She's just starting to flame it back a bit. Now there's fire coming off it.
Just hold it back here.
Yeah? You picked me, all right. You just remember that.
We've got this amazing black vinegar sauce. You can see now it's changed colour.
Yeah, cool.
The collagen is now in a position where it's ready to receive the oil. So much like a mayonnaise, it's just going to start to thicken. I can taste every single thing that was in the pressure cooker, but on top of that, it's got this fattiness because of the chicken feet, right? Okay, so we're gonna adjust the seasoning of this.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
And let's cook the fish. So, lean the end of the skewer off the edge so as the fish is on. Okay. Gun. Keep going.
Yes, Rose.
White heat, yeah? You need the heat.
Oh, wow.
You have a look at that? Yeah?
Okay. God, it happens so quickly.
All right, take it off. Super quick, right? Thanks for your help. I'm going to now plate this. See you later. Ciao, ciao. Okay, we've got this amazing taro and shallot cake. It's quite pretty. I fill it down, and I fill it down. And then we're going to add a little bit of sauce. And that's it. My King George whiting with taro and shallot cake from Melissa's mystery box. Rose, Callum, seeing as you helped, come and have a taste. There you go.
Oh,
Madam.
thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Oh my God. That is so good. You want something?
Yeah.
Go on, Callum. So really, you want to try and get a little bit of everything together.
Yum.
Obviously.
Beautiful.
What are you tasting, Rose?
That pancake, the texture on it is perfect. It's crunchy, but it's so soft at the same time.
Yeah, and I stupidly went for the tail bit of the fish, but even that is only just cooked.
Yeah.
It's really tender.
And I think altogether, the sauce just finishes it off beautifully.
So, for the first time ever on MasterChef, we thought it would be really good if you guys share some hacks or some kitchen tricks with us, right?
Ooh.
So, Ben Ungerman, come on down.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, mate? Here you go. Don't get that nice T-shirt dirty, mate.
Today I'm going to be showing you guys the basics of brocheing.
Awesome. So what makes a perfect rocher? First of all, hot water.
Hot water. Use a spoon that you're comfortable with. Don't use a spoon that's too shallow. Make sure it's indented so you get a little bit more body. First thing, you want to make sure that you've worked your ice cream, that it's nice and soft and pliable. You want to make sure that your spoon's hot, okay? You want to go away from your body. You want to tuck the spoon under and you want to pull it back out the way that it came, but you want to work quickly. So putting it in, you should be like that, and out.
And it's out. And that way, there's still enough heat in the spoon to release the ice cream.
Also remember too that when you're ever putting ice cream onto a plate, it needs an anchor point, whether it be crumb, nuts, cake, whatever. You need something there to just make sure that it's secure. Otherwise, by the time you serve people, you're gonna have soup and it's also gonna be nowhere where you left it.
Let's do one and actually plate it up.
In at 45 degrees, you just turn your spoon around, you pull back the same way, and then you just place it down like so.
That's the final one.
Love it. Nice one, Ben. Good one.
Yeah.
All right, who's next? Harry. You're on. Let's go, buddy.
So this morning, I butterflied a whole fish and I put it into the deep fryer. And a couple of you guys are actually asking some questions about how I did it. We've got some beautiful fresh coral trout here from up in North Queensland. To butterfly this coral trout, what I'm going to do is actually, firstly, I have to start by taking the gill cage out. Stick the knife down either side of the soft part of the gill. And then there's a tiny little soft spot. If we just jumped into that soft spot, pop it out. And so that's the whole of the gill section.
Oh, wow.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate either side of the fish around the skeleton, and then I'm going to take the skeleton out. Gently slice up each side of there, and then into the gut cavity. And I'm going to feel the skeleton and run my knife right up the side of the skeleton. Then I'm going to go into the rib cage, making sure that I'm popping the bones.
So now it's good. You can open it up like a book almost, right? You can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work onto the other side.
Where did you learn this, Harry?
I grew up on the Great Barrier Reef, and I've been diving and fishing since I was very little. I did have a little bit of work experience on a commercial fishing boat, so I sort of have an idea of what goes into catching fish and getting it ready for market as well. And this is sort of second nature to me, really. I've caught and eaten and filleted a lot of fish. Cool. So I've made my cuts in the spine, so the spine's loose. I'm just going to get my scissors and run all the way up there.
So that's it. You're literally going to pull that out now. That bone that you've just been carving around is the entire structure bar the rib cage, right?
Exactly right.
Out she comes.
Good job, Harry.
We've got a couple more things that we have to do before this is ready. The rib cage is quite difficult, and you don't want to leave any ribs behind as well because you get absolutely flogged by the judges. And so now the dorsal ribs, so they're the ones that come right out the side. And we're just going to do a V cut.
No tweezers for you either.
No tweezers.
Good man.
And I can literally just run my finger under there.
Perfect.
And the whole thing will pop out. And there's all your pin bones.
Oh, wow.
And so here we have a beautiful butterflied coral trout.
Mate, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Now you're going to go and see Melissa, who has invited a very special mate along.
Ooh.
See you later.
Thanks.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Welcome. I brought a friend to school today.
Now, some of you may recognise this very handsome face here. My friend Louis Tickeram from Stanley Restaurant in Brisbane.
Hello, guys.
Pose, nodding and smiling.
Why are you sitting up the back, Perth?
You know, we talk about personality in our cuisine and being able to show who we are through what we cook. And I really feel like Louis' food has always typified that. So you've come from long grain, you've done EP and LP in LA. I've eaten your food in all kinds of places all over the world. So Louis, what are you making?
So today I'm making crispy egg noodles with pippies and XO sauce. Yes. XO literally just means the best. XO sauce is a really umami-rich base dressing. It's really the trifecta of Chinese cooking, chili, garlic, ginger, but then with added extra special dried seafood as well. So first what we're going to do, we're going to make the egg noodles. Well, this one, I only know it from watching a Chinese man make it several hundred times who can't speak English.
Yeah.
We really don't want it to be too sticky. That's kind of one thing.
Like, you've put some herbs in there. You've been really leaning into it there. It's almost like a dance move.
I mean, here's why I started making egg noodle. Once I had 2 kids, I was like, OK, I need to find how to work out at home.
Incidental
Egg noodles
exercise.
against kids?
Who loves XO sauce here, by the way? That's almost 100%. Who wants to volunteer why they like it so much?
I came from a family that was meat and 3 veg.
Yeah.
So then to eat XO and you've got this explosion of flavour of just umami smack in the face. It's flavour I never thought could be created.
Awesome.
So a huge ingredient of XO is the dried seafood. So we're gonna steam these scallops. These have been soaked in Shaoxing overnight, as the prawns.
As your prawns have been.
Yeah. So we're gonna add all this chili, garlic and ginger. We're gonna add our speck and about 15 grams of fermented black beans. And then the shrimp, we'll just give them a nice little smash up. Our scallops are steamed. They just literally fall apart. You know, this is the life source of the dish. So that's Shaoxing, just gives a little bit more. Cindy, tell them what they've won. Okay.
You've won lots of flavour!
30 minutes has passed, so the dough's ready for our second stage. I'm using wheat starch. We're just gonna knead it again.
And if you didn't do the 2 steps, what would you go do?
It's gonna have a much better snap in the noodle. Letting it rest, then working it again, then letting it rest and working again. And especially what we're doing where we're going to fry them. I brought these for you, Po.
Want to share the intro?
Yeah. My nickname's Train Tracks. Long time ago, because I was like a Lone Ranger, Long Grain took me under their wing and helped me out. And they were paying me out about my knife skills because I kept on all my spring onions were connecting, and that's called a train track.
Yeah, so when it's all connected, when you've cut it but it hasn't, but it's like...
You're making paper dolls with your...
Yeah, he was like, come on, train tracks.
Should we ask Train Tracks to come down and... Do you want to chop some shallots?
You like train tracks?
Sharp knife, yeah. Okay. You've made your point.
No train tracks
No
here.
train track, not one. Okay, so now I'm gonna get on the aromatic stock. We're just gonna use
Or your off-cut?
all the off-cuts, the speck, the ginger, garlic, everything. So basically now the stock's infused in, the XO's still cooking, so we can do the final step of the noodles. So this is a method that I learned just by watching. That's the secret to working in the kitchen. You know, you don't ask for things, you just take it. If you don't take it, you'll be left behind. We're just gonna gently press out this dough. Over, and then work out these creases. And then we'll go in thirds. And then we'll...
Same technique again.
And then we get rid of these creases again. That's the first kind of thing you need to remember. And then this is the second technique. So we roll it up. Roll. Out. Then, again.
Is the reason that you're putting all that wheat starch in it to stop the layers from...
Sticky, exactly.
So what do we do next?
Get rid of the creases. So that's your #1 goal. Focus on those creases.
Is that a technique you've seen before?
No.
And it's perfectly uniform.
Perfect.
It's very, very smooth.
So then again...
You're running out of bench, really.
No. One more roll we've got. So this, again. Out. Now we'll divide it into 3. And then all we do now, roll it again onto the pin. And we bring it onto our board. Lay it on top of each other.
Viennetta styles.
And then
Do you do these noodles at Stanley?
if you come, I'll do it for you. We'll briskly flick. Today I'm making crispy egg noodles with pippies and XO sauce. Let's finish the sauce now. Our stock's good to go into the XO. And then we'll start to create the sauce. 200 grams of oyster sauce, sugar and salt, cornstarch to help thicken it.
Yep, it's magical how it just instantly becomes this silky, gorgeous-looking sauce.
So now this last step is your typical Chinese slam bam, thank you ma'am, put it all together. So we'll cook the noodles, we'll fry the noodles, we'll make the sauce, we'll toss it, and then we'll serve it. Once we add the noodles to the water, we just want to make sure they're not sticking together.
And there's
Release
nothing in
all
the
that
water
starch.
at all?
No, we haven't seasoned the water. So noodles are ready. Straight in. Browning all the way around. Nice and golden.
That is very cool. So the pippies go on top of this?
Yeah. Now, we used to stand on the beach in Byron and
Do the pippi dance?
pippi dance and get there, you know. So this dish has so many levels of nostalgia for me, which
Did
is
everybody
really
do
cool.
that as a kid, growing up near the beach?
In Byron as well.
Add XO. And then we'll go with our pippies. Green shallots, some nice colour. Crispy noodles, pippies, XO. Pile them beautifully on top of each other, all evenly coated. This guy is our piece de resistance, like that.
Should we?
Everyone needs a little help.
There we go.
So this is our beautiful crispy egg noodles, pippies and XO.
Okay, so who wants to taste? All right, Tessa. Yes. Simon. And Sarah T.
Oh my God, I get to, do I just go in? Get me these noodles.
This dish is cool because it's a dish that evolves and changes at the table as well. It starts off crunchy and crispy and really moorish, and then it turns slippery and soft by the end of it.
I love that the XO is not like super smooth either. Like you've left it like kind of chunky and textural and
really nice level of heat there too. It's just, as you said, it was very umami. It's just bang, tasty.
Okay, well, I hope you've learned a heap of things that you might, you know, integrate into your future challenges. Please thank Louis.
How is everyone? Good. Yeah? So I'm going to do a braised and barbecued octopus dish with burnt eggplant yogurt and a little freekeh tabbouleh, okay? I've got a couple of eggplants here.
And we're just going to get them straight on the flame over a little cake rack. And we're going over to the braising liquor now for our oki. So I've got a nice large pot here, and we're going to put some aromats in it for a couple of reasons: to get flavour into the oki, but also tenderise it a touch. Yep. So a red onion, in with a bit of ginger, about a nice thumb-sized piece, roots and stems of some coriander, a couple of chilies. We've got about half a tablespoon of black peppercorns. We're going in with about 250 of white wine vinegar with a little bit more salt. Bring that up. As soon as that gets to the boil, we'll drop our oki in, okay? We'll cook it for about 25 minutes. So to get the base on of the bubba, we're going to go onion and garlic and some parsley, which we'll just roughly chop because it's going to get cooked down anyway. And then that can go in. Who wants to help?
Me.
There you go. That was bloody quick. You're going to do some chopping.
Great.
I'll set you up here.
Great. Tell me.
Go.
Great. Was that way too excited?
And then we're just going to make a frika tabbouleh. So we've got some frika, some whole wheat frika here, which is lovely, lovely stuff. What's the traditional grain in tabbouleh?
Borrel or burgle.
Oh, how's that roll of the tongue, Amina? That was fancy.
Fancy.
But I just like to use the frika because it does give it a little bit more texture. So eggplant's looking good. There's like a little bit of steam, which is great. We'll get those into a bowl and we'll cover them. And this is just going to complete the cooking process. You know, sometimes I would love to just whisk myself off to France or Italy and just learn the absolute basics, because not going to TAFE or anything like that, you miss that. So you kind of like, I see some of my kids that are just out of TAFE and I'm like, what are you doing there? So right now I've got kind of 2 out of the 3 elements of the dish on the go. We've got our octopus in our braising liquor, and then I've also got the onion, garlic and parsley base on, which we're just going to bring that down and get a lot of colour on it. Our eggplants are nice and cool now. We are just going to go in half. And then that reveals all that beautiful flesh. And at this point, yeah, we don't want to get heaps of that skin in, but we don't need to be super duper pedantic because we are going to cook it out and cook it out and cook it out. So they're going to go into our base. So that's kind of what we're looking at the start. See how it's starting to get some colour? But then around there, it's starting to catch. That's what we want. Believe it or not, we want it to catch.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Oh, massive.
Backhand. Yeah, right.
Backhand? See all that at the top?
Yeah.
So, and you might think, well, it's not going to come off. But once you start stirring it around, it just kind of steams off. So I want it to be obviously eggplant, eggplant, eggplant.
Eggplant, Andy? Eggplant.
Sorry?
Eggplant.
Eggplant.
They're from Adelaide. Adelaide's very proper.
This sounds so posh for an eggplant.
Do you dance or you dance?
I say
Well, that's weird because I dance and I France, but I don't eggplant.
That's posh.
That's pretty much it for the tabbouleh. Yeah, you can go. Thank you.
Nice job, Loz. Well done, Loz.
Thank you. I love a good chop.
Rightio, so our eggplant can go into our canister.
So elegant.
I know, who would have thought? A lad from Newcastle. I'm going to do a braised and barbecued octopus with burnt eggplant yogurt and a frika tabbouleh. So our eggplant can go into our canister. Lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, tahini, salt, pepper, and I reckon that's pretty good. Who wants to have a quick taste?
Me.
Very
Quite exciting.
And that's your bubba. Like,
nice.
You know, it's not your
Really
traditional
creamy.
bubba. And the creamy's that's from letting it catch.
It's very eggplanty.
Very eggplanty. And then we'll just work that yogurt through it. This is just natural yogurt, but Greek could work just as good. Burnt eggplant yogurt, that's a tick. We can set that aside. Now we're going to make a little dressing for our tabbouleh.
Yeah.
So this is green grape juice, that's it. That goes really well with this pickle liquor. I'm gonna go about 75 of our vinegar from our pickled chilies. And then we'll get our canister. Anyone want to have a stab at the dressing? Danny? Thank you. So it's got a little bit of background kick from those chilies. Grape juice just kind of mellows everything out and just gives it a slight bit of acidity.
I like it.
You like it?
It's really good.
It's like nearly...
It's like sweet, but you get a little hint of chili at the end. Yeah, I would have that with like, I don't know, some sort of alcohol.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Put some mezcal in that and you have your days. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. While we're waiting for our octopus, we can get on to mixing our tabbouleh. So we'll go through again. We've got frika, which has been cooked in chicken stock. We've got our toasted almonds. They've just been roughly chopped, but perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't mean it like that. Like a couple of small handfuls of our pomegranate, our red onion, a whole tomato, which we'll get in. I'm actually going to dress this part now, okay? Because I want it to, especially the frika, to continue to like suck it up. And we can be quite liberal with this dressing because, like you said, it's more of a drink than anything else. So we can go quite hard because it's not super potent. And then always salt and always pepper. And then we'll just let that continue to sort of suck everything up. And then we've got flavour. So, Occy. Let's have a crack. It's hot, but it's perfect.
Yay!
Andy, what about resting?
Resting, so at home, I definitely, just let it chill for a bit. And like, if we're doing this at a barbecue, you can do this 2 days ahead. I used to be that guy where like, you'd have the mates over and you'd spend 3/4 of the day in the kitchen and all your mates are out there having a great time. So now I've learned you do everything in advance and then you just, there you go. Rightio. Now I'm gonna go on to my hot hibachi. I'm just gonna give it a lick of extra virgin olive oil and then we're gonna go straight over. Already you know that's going to get a heap of flavour. Like, look, it's just going... So I'm a bit weird. The small things excite me.
Really, all you're doing on the fire is just giving it that flavour from the smoke.
There's two things. There's the char and the caramelisation, and then there's all these little bits of smoke that perfume through the occy. So if you can have it on there for a long time, it goes well. We're going to get on to just a little marinade, and this is weird because we're going to toss the occy in it after it comes off the barbecue, so just to get more flavour into it. We're gonna go probably a tablespoon of smoked paprika, lemon, the zest and juice of probably 1, depending on how juicy they are.
That's a great hack.
Yeah, I did it the other day by accident. I'm like, that actually works.
Yeah, great.
Because now we've got all the pips in there. Yeah. And then we're gonna go a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. Let's give that a little mixy. So we want this to be like nice and bright and zingy. So we might as well start plating. So this is the burnt eggplant yogurt. So I'm just gonna go a nice round. Let's have a look at our occy, because I reckon we're there. Yes, straight into a bath now. We're gonna roll it in our mix of smoked paprika, lemon zest, lemon juice, olive oil, salt and pepper, just to give it even more flavour.
Oh, yum.
Okay, then we'll pile on our tabbouleh. And now, should we go 1 or should we go 2?
Step away from your bench, Andy.
So, this is my barbecued octopus with burnt eggplant yogurt and tabbouleh. Oh, hey, man.
How good was he?
Amazing.
And a banging dish. Can I try a little bit or what?
Yeah, go hard. Does anyone else want to try?
Yeah. It looks brilliant.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for this.
Can I have the endy bits?
You want the kiss? Oh, that's super tender.
Textures are so good.
Yeah, it's all about texture. Like,
So, did you guys enjoy your very first masterclass?
Yeah. Unreal.
Please thank Louis Tigram for coming
Yeah.
along.
So, gang, it's been all fun and games today. We've all had a great time, and I hope you guys have too. But now it's getting down to business because on Sunday, everyone, bar Sarah, is up for elimination. So get out of here, get some rest, and come in all guns blazing. See you guys.
Next time on MasterChef Australia,
Come on! You are running out of time!
Back in Black,
It's not cooking!
I'm crossing everything.
they'll raise the bar even higher.
Let's go, guys! Come on!
Oh.
Wow, it's incredible.
One will create the biggest stir
You knocked it into orbit.
the MasterChef kitchen has ever seen.
I feel privileged to eat it, so thank you.
It's the dish of the competition.
But another will make a mistake
I'm sorry.
that will cost them the competition.
You're going home.